Oh, hey girls, it's Tuesday. Alright, so my punishment was to make homemade mac and cheese. The problem is I'm a bit short on groceries and grocery budget this month, so we're gonna make mushroom stroganoff instead, which has kind of similar properties to macaroni and cheese. Anyway, I'm using Titley's Busy Kitchen's recipe. So here's the ingredients and the instructions, and I'm converting it to a crock pot recipe because that just makes things a lot easier. I can just let it sit for the afternoon. Down in Bakertown lived Victoria Sponge, but her cakes just weren't selling, so she knew that it was time to take the plunge into the new and see things from a brand new view. And yes, young Miss Flora, I am talking to you. Will you come down that hill of yours and work here in my shop? We might have to bake until the ovens pop, but I need your creative eye. With my wisdom and your innovation, together we can bake the perfect success pie. Success pie. Success pie. Bread. Bread! After just 1 week in that shop, Flora's business was booming, her creativity blooming, and her customers. And my mushroom stroganoff really didn't work out. It came out kind of gross and mushy because I added the egg noodles to it. I think maybe if I had turned the heat off it would have been okay, but I didn't. I left the heat on and then went out for a couple hours, so it was gross and was a waste of mushrooms, which is kind of sad. I'll try again some other time and I'll let you know how that works out. So I'm really glad we chose a music theme this week. I love music, though I haven't really mentioned it as much as some of the other girls on this channel. A lot of the songs on my favorite songs list I don't really have much of a story behind. They're just songs I really like to listen to. Because music, although I love it, hasn't been a huge part of my life. My all-time favorite song, although it's not my most listened to, is More Than This by The Cure. The song is a contribution from the band to The X-Files, the album, which went along with the X-Files movie. Although I'm not an X-Files fan, it's kind of one of those shows that's on the back burner for what I want to watch. The mixture and the synthesis of both the instruments and the vocals in this song, it stays really true to the type of music that The Cure produces. It's one of those songs that needs to be listened to on an excellent speaker system, something that'll really fill the room with sound. You need to hear it on both dimensions. It has to be listened to with dual sound. It can't just be listened mono because it won't have the same effect. I've been a big fan of The Cure since I was younger, so the song is really the epitome of all the good songs that The Cure has ever come out with. The most played song on my iTunes is a song I discovered from watching Skins, the third series. I think, so it's the second generation, the first season of the second generation. From the episode JJ, who is an autistic teenager, though the song isn't really related to him in any way. It's Superheroes by You Love Her 'Cause She's Dead, which is a British electronic duo. I really love ravey music, and the song just makes me want to dance every time I listen to it. Not Big by Lily Allen is one of those songs which I feel will always be relevant to me. It describes the things I would love to say to a particular person from my past whom I'm going to refrain from mentioning any further. Basically all the things that she's saying to the person whom she's referring to in the song could easily relay back to the person who I think about when I listen to this song. I discovered Lily Allen songs at a time where I could relate them so easily to what was going on in my life. And I think Not Big was the first song that I found to match my life just to a T. A more recent addition to my top 5 favorite songs is Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. They play the song at my favorite nightclub all the time, even though it's not really a clubby song, I guess. I just have a lot of fond memories that go along with this song now. With friends or meeting new people or just dancing all night. It's kind of kitschy and silly and sounds really old even though it's a fairly recent single. But I think that's why that song really stands out of all the songs that play at this club, is because it doesn't quite match up. I love this song so much because there's so many good memories I've had with it, and I plan to have more good memories with this song as well. The last song on my top 5 favorite songs list is the only song that I really have any story behind. It's been the most prominent in my life out of all the other songs. It's one of my dad's favorite songs, for one. We had it on a cassette tape when I was little, which we listened to quite a bit, especially in the summertime. And it was also on my childhood neighbor's favorite record, which he used to play a lot in the summer, and he had an excellent speaker system, so the song would just fill the neighborhood when I was a child, so it was really prominent in my memories from back then. It was also played at his funeral, so I really relate it to my childhood neighbor. He was like a third grandparent for he was like a third grandparent for me. And his funeral, and he died at a time in my life where I was really starting to understand death and be able to feel emotion towards someone dying. It's kind of a sad and lonely song, and a lot of memories now with it are a bit sad and lonely. And I didn't really quite understand the meaning of the song until I got older. But now that I am older, I appreciate it even more because of that sad and loneliness that goes along with it. I also want to mention that I am super excited for our plan next week, but I think it's going to be hilarious and fun, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Candace, I'll see you tomorrow.